was Levels from Avicii, and we have the man himself in studio. So how's it going, Avicii?
Good.
We talked about this before we got on the air together, that you have a stamp you put on your songs. When people listen to Avicii, they know they're hearing an Avicii song because you have your flavor you put into your mixing and your production. And
I'm really glad you're saying that. It's one of those things that I think I've strived for. One of the most things I wanted to learn the most is just getting my own sound. And I don't think I even realized that I have a sound. You know, I think other people, like you're saying, for you, you might be able to tell it's my song. I can't.
Really?
That easily, yeah.
There's like different things I hear when I'm listening to your music. If I'm listening to any of your cuts on your albums, I'm like, dude, you know that's an Avicii track. There's something about it. I love the way you produce it. And congratulations on all your success over the past few years now, man.
Thank you.
This is a long-term thing we got going on, buddy.
Yeah, I know.
Deal.
I know, right. I've been thinking about that the last couple of days too, when I've been doing these radio stations in general, and I've taken some time to really kind of relax and get at least a lot more perspective on things than I had before. So yeah, no, I honestly, I'm so happy in general. I just love living my life right now in general, because it's so much less stressful. It's just about right now, it's a good time for me, because it's just about feeling good and making music.
Happy to hear that. Happy to hear you're feeling good. And dude, you do make nothing but great music. And at the same time, you're mentioned in Mike Posner's new song. Of course, you know the story of I Took a Pill in Ibiza.
Of course.
Is it funny when you hear that song on the radio? Because you're listening to the radio, you hear your name mentioned in his song in the first line of the song.
Yeah, no, I know. I mean, me and Mike are good friends too. So I knew the song was gonna come out, but I didn't know how. Obviously, you never know how's it gonna go for a song. But it's fun hearing it, being in Sweden and hearing it on the radio, being played like every day in Sweden and all over the world. So I'm super happy for Mike and how well it's going.
That's awesome. I love the fact that literally when you first hear the song as it opens, your name gets shouted out in the song.
Yeah.
Boom! It's hey Avicii.
Yeah.
I love that.
First shout outs too. Fun.
was that your first shout out in a song?
Yeah, the first real one that I started recognizing.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You know what? As we talked about your career and what you've done so far, man, we got to give you mad props on. You have two of the biggest ever EDM dance hits in America over the past few years. I mean, these two songs are monster hits, Levels and Wake Me Up with Aloe Black. And it's so cool to say, man, dude, smashes. And it's cool because in America, sometimes it takes us a minute to get the EDM thing going. And you know that from your time that you've been doing this.
Yeah.
And you really helped change the game. You changed how we view music that you put out there. Your dance music and EDM music you put out. Dude, you changed the game, and you have two of the biggest songs in the history of that format. It's pretty dope.
It is dope, yeah. That part feels surreal too. You know, it's anytime anyone says anything like that, I don't know how to respond to it, because it still doesn't feel real, you know.
That's awesome.
But at the same time, I think it's because also I never kind of set out to do anything. It's never been an intention to revolutionize anything. That's not the goal. But if it influenced people at all, it's just awesome.
You know, that's the cool thing about music, and I know you love it. I love the fact that if you think about this, people get touched by different things, and people love different types of music, and your songs have so many emotives they put out there, emotions that you put out, and dude, congratulations on all that.
Nice.
You're welcome. So you have a new album in the works, right?
Yep. Feels like I always do a little bit. It's like always like never ending. So I'm right in the middle of that, but then at the same time I'm right in the middle of still doing promos for stories. And
that's cool.
So yeah, so I hopefully, if everything works out like exactly like I want it, then I get to promote like Broken Arrows, maybe one or two more singles hopefully, and then just organically move into my next album end of the year. That would be my like dream plan if everything works out the way.
I love to hear that. And now you've worked with so many cool people already in your career. Is there any dream artist that you'd love to do a song with that you haven't worked with yet? Or dream artists, maybe a few of them?
Yeah, I mean, that I haven't worked with. I'd really want to do something with, like Stevie Wonder would be awesome.
Wow, that'd be really cool.
That'd be really cool. Paul Simon would be awesome as well. Adele would be awesome. Yeah, there's just a few ones that I'm not gonna give up on trying to get to
please
nail.
Don't ever give up. I love to hear those songs myself. As a guy who puts out music, how important is radio to you today? Like, how do you feel about radio still?
Still, to artists, probably the strongest way for you to actively promote your music. You know what I mean? Like, there are few other kind of outlets where you can do that as much. That you can do this, for instance, and kind of come that. So it's it's a special kind of relationship between artists and radio, I think, in general.
Totally. Well, we appreciate the support on our end. Thanks for coming by and hanging out with us, man.
No, for sure, and I appreciate the support on the other end. So that's what I mean too. It's a nice thing. It's like very much like the DJ world in general. Just kind of support for support, and just kind of like that.
Very cool. Well, thanks so much for taking the time and chatting with me, and best of luck to you in the future.
Thanks.